Okay, and Alex, as part of Chapter 3, you'll be asked to find percentiles given an array of data. In this problem, you're given serum cholesterol levels. That's the number of milligrams per deciliter of cholesterol per deciliter of serum of 17 individuals, and they're listed here. And these are not listed in order, so the first thing you want to do is put them in order. And the easiest way to do that is to drag through them in Alex. The calculator will pop up and you just hit sort. Once you hit sort, they're in order. And now I'm going to... come on. I think I can copy paste from Alex into another document because I want to do my calculations on another page. Will it let me? No, it won't. So I'll just have to leave them there. Alright, the calculations you do are as follows. After you've arranged the data in order, you substitute into the formula. The formula is C equals N times P over 100. So let me write that down. C equals N times P over 100, where N is the number of, well, is your sample size or your population size. The number of individuals in this sample here is 17, so that's my N. P is the percentile you're looking for. That would be the 25th. So we're looking for which of these values is has a quarter of the values below it and 3/4 of the values above it. So basically what you do when you're looking for a percentile is you divide up the list of 17 in this case, or whatever number the list is, into 100 pieces, and since you're looking for the 25th piece, you multiply by 25. And that's what the formula does for us. It divides up the number into 100 pieces and then multiplies by 25 because that's the one we're looking for. So this comes out to 4.25. Now on the list you will have a fourth element in the list, you'll have a fifth element in the list, but you won't have a 4.25 element. So what you have to do is look at step 3a. It says if C is not a whole number, round up to the next whole number. Starting at the lowest value, count over to the number that corresponds to the rounded up value. So based on that, I round this up to 5, and going back to my list in Alex, I count to the fifth number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 218. So down here I can type in 218. Now I have to find the 80th percentile. The 80th percentile, the only number that changes is the 25 becomes a 80, and that is 13.6, I believe, and that's going to be round up to 14. If it's a whole number, we use a value halfway between the cth and C plus first values. That's a weird way to say it, but I'll explain that what that means in 1 second. So in this, for the 80th percentile, we're looking for the 14th number in the list. So we go back to Alex, and I count down from the top. That's the 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th. 249 is the 80th percentile. It's the 14th number in the list. Let me hit next. And it says, very good. You seem to have mastered it. We're going to do more practice, though, and do it one more time. So the steps we go through are sort the list, and then do the calculation. There are 20 individuals in the list. We're looking for the 25th and 90th percentiles. So, let's hit new page. There are 20 people in the list, and we're looking for the 25th percentile. That's very easy to calculate, right? Let's see. A quarter of the way through a list of 20 is 5. It's exactly 5. Okay. And we're also looking for the 90th percentile. 90% of the way through a list of 20 is 18, right? I think I'm right. Okay, check me on that. But the rule says when those come out to whole numbers, we pick a value. Let me go back to the rule. if C is a whole number, use the value halfway between the C and C plus first values in the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the midpoint between the fifth, that's the C, and the C plus 1, fifth and sixth values. And that's your answer. For this one, we'll find the midpoint between the 18th and 19th values. So keep that in mind. We're looking for the midpoint between the 5th and 6th and the midpoint between the 18th and 19th. So going back here, the 5th value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th value is 18. So halfway in between is 17.5. That's my 25th percentile. The 18th is 31. The 19th is 34. Halfway in between is the 32.5. The number 32.5 is going to be my 90th percentile. Okay, and based on that, the following are P&E ratios. Projected earning, we don't know what that is unless you're a finance major, so we won't worry about it. But basically, if you score at a 32.5 or higher, then you're in the 90th percentile, which is pretty darn good. If you've ever taken a standardized test and scored in the 90th percentile, that's pretty good. If you are taking the GMAT and you score in the 90th percentile, you can get into some really good schools, some top-notch schools. If you score into the 25th percentile, you probably want to retake the test because really good schools won't look at you. Okay, having said that, let's see if we're right. And it says very good. Okay, so we seem to have mastered this, or I have, and now it's your turn. So good luck on that. Again, the directions, if you want to follow them. Whoops, I didn't want to hit that yet. The directions are on page 157 in your textbook. Bye-bye.